And to the companies who post entry-level jobs but require you to have 8 years of experience, I hope you have a horrible day. And I hope your company falls to shits. Because what? It's not entry-level if I need 5 years of experience in the field. That defeats the point of it being entry-level. Entry-level is to give people a chance who have never been in that field before. And all jobs are teachable. So why do I need to have 6 years of experience for an entry-level job that doesn't even require all that in the first place? 2 weeks of training and you're good. Like, get a grip.
Hello everyone, this is Emmanuel Cooke. We will be reacting to a new video today, so make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's get into the video.
So I know you can't really tell, but I just had like a crying session in my car. Life has been lifing this year. This year has been probably one of the roughest years I've been through in a long time. And actually, it's not just this year. It started last year and it just trickled over. I did one of those vision boards and it didn't help. Those they don't help. Last year I moved out of the house that me and my daughter's dad shared and took all whatever money I had to move. Like, it was over $5,000 to move. And I had to start over, basically. Not in furniture and stuff, because, you know, spoiler, I bought everything in the house, so I had everything in the house to start with. But shortly after, because I moved in that apartment in September of last year, shortly after that, in January, I got laid off from my job. And ever since that, everything has like just spiraled, just continued on to spiral. Mind you, I have a degree. I have a college degree. And I remember I busted my ass to get this degree, and I was like, oh my gosh, life is going to be so much easier, because I've had a hard life. And not to say like I've had like the hardest of lives, but I've had it rough. And when I got my degree, I was like, oh, this is going to be the answer to all my prayers. I worked 2 jobs to get my degree. I was a single mom. Hell, in the last semester of my courses, I was in labor during my exams. Like, I did not play. I made sure to get my degree. Well, this job market has been kicking my ass. I mean, just like legit kicking my ass. And I'm not trying to cry onto the internet, but I know I'm not the only one, and it really sucks. Like, if you're not getting ghosted, if you're not being told, oh, you're overqualified, oh, you're underqualified. I've changed my resume so many times. I've had to take my degree off my resume to get something that I'm overqualified for. And and then you're going through these interview processes, and they're like 3 to 4 or 5 interviews. And by the time you're on your 3rd interview, you're like, I'm answering the same fucking questions. Like, what else do you want? And I'm crying and laughing because I'm like, woo! Like, I don't know how many more questions I can answer when it comes to one job. And now I'm going on the internet and they're saying, oh, there's ghost jobs, that some of these jobs don't even fucking exist. And I can say that's probably true, because I've had a few jobs that I've applied for. They ask for so many things, like so much within my portfolio outside of it, because I do social media. And then they'll reply back to me weeks later. I'm like, oh, well, never mind. We're not hiring for this position. What? Like, you just wasted my time for what? For fucking what? All this to say is that I wouldn't say a degree isn't worth it, but if you don't have a degree and you're having issues getting a job, just know that we out here struggling too. It don't matter. This job market is just not it right now. it's not it.
I've absolutely had it with the job market right now. Over the last 5 months, I've applied to like 200 jobs and nothing. It's gone to the point where I've actually signed up for this app where this AI actually applies to jobs for you. I know, it's like crazy. Every month they apply to 200 jobs for you and it's like automatic. And they customize all the cover letters and applications for each company so that you're gonna stand out as a candidate to all these different jobs. It's only been a couple days and I've actually seen a couple interview invites in my inbox. So fingers crossed. Anyways, I think it's just so rough out here for us all. At this point, anything helps. If you're still applying right now and you want the link, comment massive and I'll DM it to you.
She is absolutely smart. She is very smart. If you use that stuff, like it actually saves you so much time and just stress and worry. As for me, over the past 1.5 years, about I probably applied to over 1,500 jobs, something like that. I have applied to a lot of different jobs and I still don't have a job in that field, you know, and it is crazy out here. It is tough out here. It is a real struggle out here. And at one point, I think I applied to like 20 jobs per day or something like that for about a month straight. Just one application after another and just putting those things out for a month straight and still nothing. So it is crazy out here, guys. It's just crazy. Those of you who are still applying to jobs, I wish you the absolute best of luck and keep on keeping on. And I hope that you find a really good job soon.
Anyone that's been following me for a while knows that my husband has been on a job search for like a long ass time. Like he got his degree, he started looking I think at the beginning of the year, but he got his degree finished in February and he has been applying for jobs manically ever since then. We've had companies ghosting, we've had companies just never follow up. We've had him do like 6 rounds of interviews just to be ghosted by one company. But we finally got not only an offer, but like a really good offer. Like he got an offer that I feel like is fair and like fully is everything that we were expecting and hoping for. And it was getting to the point where we felt like in this market we're just gonna have to give up an actual livable wage or like a fair wage just for him to be able to have something. And I'm just so relieved right now that he got an offer that was like competitive and like actually feels worth literally 6 months of searching and heartache and stress. And like I'm no longer the breadwinner in our family. Not that it really matters, but like it's wild that like my career and my TikTok income is still not even touching his new salary, which like we are officially middle class, bitch.
Here is the cold hard truth about getting a job post-grad in 2024. Every job I applied to where I only knew through LinkedIn, I didn't even get like an email back. And what I mean by that is like I didn't know anyone like in person from the company. I just saw the post on LinkedIn. Crickets. Like, maybe I would get like an email rejection, but I never like got any interview or anything like that. Obviously that's just my experience, but I feel like a lot of other people can relate as well. The only jobs where I was actually getting interviews for and the job that I got was because I knew people from the company in person beforehand. I don't mean I just knew one person and I knew them from one time. I knew several people in the company and I met them several times. You see, this is my experience, but I really think it's good advice. Try and meet at least 3 to 4 people in the company and really try and connect with them like 3 times at a minimum. If there's no networking events or if there's not coffee hours you can go to, you can message them on LinkedIn. Really try and not come up with like any excuses. It's so easy to just be like, oh well, like I only met them that one time and like that's just it. But like really try, like I said, message them on LinkedIn, like reach out to them. First thing that can happen is they like don't respond, and then you can just try with someone else and you know like at least you tried. There are so many college graduates every single year and they're graduating at 3 different times in the year, so we're constantly pumping out more undergrads that need work. And making yourself as competitive as possible is essential. So if your college is having a job fair and you're scared to go, like it is so important that you put yourself out there. You absolutely have to like go with friends, but really try and go by yourself. That way you're like forced to talk to people by yourself and they'll notice you and they'll give you your full attention. It's important to be like selfish in this time and really focus on yourself and just do whatever you need to do to secure your spot after graduation. It's like a difficult time, but really like if you prepare yourself ahead of time, like you'll end up with a great job and you can graduate stress-free.
A quick reminder, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's continue the video.
So I'm a few weeks into my new job, and every day I just feel sheer gratitude. The work I'm doing is interesting. I really like the people I work with. I have work-life balance. I'm fully remote. There's just so many things that I'm just super grateful for. And to have a consistent paycheck after over 6 months of not having a paycheck is like, it just hits different. I think going through this experience has made me really appreciate having the opportunity to work. Whereas in the past, I've kind of taken that for granted. And ultimately, this layoff was a blessing in disguise in many ways because it really allowed me to learn how to rebuild and understand the importance of my relationships and really truly be able to reflect on what was important to me. I have not had a summer off from working since my freshman year of college. So to be able to have a summer where, yes, I'm stressed, but also I'm not working and I get to take extra time to be with my loved ones, truly is a blessing. And I think this just goes to show that the moment that you're in currently, if you're going through a tough time, be grateful for that because it is going to feel so much sweeter when you are on the other side of that moment. When we go through tough times in life, it is just a temporary situation. The moment is fleeting and we're going to get on the other side of that. So don't lose hope and don't lose confidence. If you're in the middle of a job search, you will see yourself on the other side very soon.
I just been made aware that I had no clue the real definition of entry-level job position, and it is my fault that none of these positions are right for me because I don't have 10 plus years experience that they want with these entry-level positions. No. The issue is, it's me. It's definitely me. It's definitely me. And I say this because I should have been born better. Honestly, I should have been born a Kardashian or something because why am I being born without the proper qualifications? Like, I should have been born with it. They want 20 years of experience. Well, I'm 25. I should have began this when I was 5. What the hell was I doing? I should have been working harder from the womb, and it's my fault, right? These jobs just don't know what entry means. I mean, I don't know what entry means. Oh my God. Heaven forbid I insult these companies. Yeah, but guys, I am so sorry to inform you guys that if you are getting frustrated with these jobs, putting entry-level position, it's actually you who's the issue. You should have been born better. You should have been born with those skills. You should have been born able to code whatever coders and hackers code. Honestly, guys, it's getting so ridiculous out here. Like, entry level when you want 15 years of experience makes no sense to me. It just doesn't make sense. That's not what entry level is. Just say you want a qualified person. That's all you gotta do is be honest. Don't understand why they gotta lie. But whatever.
I actually had the exact same experience. Like, it's called entry level for a reason. It's supposed to be entry. But why do you guys require 3 to 5 years of experience? 3 to 5 years is a long time. That is not entry whatsoever. 3 to 5 years experience is a long time. A lot of experience. 3 to 5 years. And it's called entry. Make it make sense. I stay at a firm for about 1 full year. That is only 1 year of working experience. You still need 2 to 4 more years. Like, it still doesn't add up. It does not add up. You have a 4-year degree and yet you can't find a job in your field. So you have to resort to stuff like retail just to survive. I mean, it's so unfair. This job market is just trash, honestly. Very, very, very terrible. And I hope over time it improves.
So I am just feeling really tired really fed up. I have been looking for another job for 2 years, and it feels like it just feels like this is the hardest mountain I've ever had to climb. I have more experience than I've ever had. I have over 10 years of administrative experience, and I get so close to getting a job, and then something happens. And I'm really, really frustrated, and I don't know what to do. And at this point, it just feels like I'm never gonna be financially stable, because all I'm doing is putting myself out there, redoing my resume, but it's not good enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I have worked in so many different industries. I am such a good assistant. I'm such a good worker. All I need is just an opportunity, and it feels like every single day I just apply and apply and apply, and just everyone rejects me. And I'm just getting to a point where I can't do this anymore. I can't just keep putting myself out there, and it really just feels like the universe is like, Megan, you need to be a musician. But it's like, I understand I do, and I am, but I have to have money to pay for music. I can't just not have a job. Like, I'm not a Nepo baby. I'm not a millionaire, and I haven't gotten like a big opportunity for my music yet. So I'm just really frustrated. And if there's anyone out there who can give me any sort of wisdom about what to do and could connect me to recruiters, it's been 2 years since I've even gotten an opportunity to be close to anything. So I just appreciate any recommendations that anyone can give me. And I'm sorry for coming on here and being vulnerable, but I'm just so tired of it. I'm so tired of the rejections and the bullshit job interview processes. It's just not fair. I deserve better than that.
So something that frustrates me about the job searching process, or whatever you want to call it, is that, first of all, it's I feel like right now the economy is so tough. Like, in terms of like, I just read somewhere that there's, a lot of layoffs going around. And so just trying to find a job is tough as it is. And then, once you're applying for jobs, and then, lucky enough, you get some, callbacks, or, recruiters reach out to you, and then you have an interview or conversation. What I find so interesting is that when it gets to the topic of compensation, and, I will let the recruiter know this is what my salary expectation is. And this is just based on my experience, my expertise, and basically what the typical pay should be for a role for someone with my skill set. I can see like a shift in their demeanor. It's like, oh, I'm asking for too much. And I love they'll always use the terminology. It's like, well, it's this is what we typically pay for this range, but you know what, let me get back to the hiring manager and I'll let you know if this is something that we can work with you on. And spoiler alert, I never hear back from them. Or if I do hear back from them, it's like we decide to move on with a different candidate. And I'm just like, okay, you did see my resume, right? You did see, like my skill set and what I bring to the table. So what makes you think that, especially in this day and age, in this economy, and by the way, I live in Chicago, right? So Chicago is pretty expensive as it is. What makes you think I'm going to settle for a pay cut? Like, that doesn't make any sense, And so that's the thing that what I've been doing now moving forward. If I have a recruiter reach out to me, or even before I apply for a job, I have to find out what the salary expectation is, or the salary range is for the role. Because the last thing I want to do is waste my time and waste their time if we're not aligned on a salary standpoint. Because right now, especially just the way things are right now, it just doesn't make sense to, for me, I'm not going to take a role that's going to require a lot more work and responsibilities for less pay for what I was doing previously. That doesn't make any sense. So yeah, I think that's just kind of where I'm at right now. But yeah, it's definitely interesting out there in the job market, that's for sure.
I started job hunting about a month ago, and so I have an update for you guys. So I think in total, I've applied for 15 jobs over the past month. When I was looking for a job, I think the main thing that was important for me is the environment, and then also making sure that I'm not working from home, because that's just not what I feel is best for me. My goal has been to pick up an extra income because I have to be out of this place, and I'm not sure where I'm moving to, but I just want to make sure that I have enough money to be able to move. So after interviewing all week, I can proudly say your girl is employed. I got a job working at a spa, which is what I feel is so aligned with me and where I'm going in my career. I have certain professional goals that I want to be able to achieve, and I feel like working at a spa is what works best for me. So I just interviewed today and I got the job, and it just feels so surreal. It just feels right. So I didn't expect to get a job this so soon. But if you're looking for a job, I just want to inspire you and let you know that you can do it, okay? It's possible. Just make sure that you are tailoring your resume and you're putting your best foot forward. Like, that's literally it. All you have to do is put your best foot forward, and it's going to happen for you. So that's my job update. I don't have any more updates. The series is stopping here, I guess, unless, something else come along. But yes, I am employed, and I'm wishing you guys and I hope you guys the best on your journey. And if you have any questions or you want some advice on this process, definitely comment them below.
I appreciate you guys watching the video today. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.